Good morning, student. In the last classes, we are seeing the chapter relation and function. We are solving the board examination question of this chapter. Okay. Now today we will start some other questions and solve it. Let's see. Our first question is: consider the function f from r plus tends to 4 to infinite and given by fx is equal to x square plus 4 student, then show that our function is invertible function. Okay, then show that our function is invertible function, and where r is the set of r non-negative real number. Okay, r is the set of non-negative real number. Okay, student. So student, we have to prove that this function is invertible function. So you know the inverse of the function exists only when the function is bijective function. And function is bijective, it means that function is one function and onto function. Okay, student. So first of all, we will check this. The function is one or not. So we will take two elements belong to its domain. Okay. So now we write f x1 is equal to f x2, student. So we write x1 square plus 4, x2 square plus 4. So this is cancelled. x1 square is x2 square. So we write x1 is equal to x2. So we are seeing that, student, we are our previous is equal. So we can say that our function is one function. Okay. Now we check for onto function. Okay. So we'll let y is equal to fx. Okay, student. So y is equal to fx. So we write x square plus 4. Now our x square is equal to y minus 4. So x is equal to under root y minus 4. Okay, student. We are seeing that. And let here also that y belong to our codomain, and then this y is equal to fx. We are seeing that for r, y belong to domain, there exists an x belong to its domain. That is all element of codomain. All element of codomain have a pre-image in its domain. Okay, student. So our function is onto function. Our function is one and onto. So we can say that our function is bijective function. So this implies f inverse exists and function is our invertible function. Okay, student. And inverse of the function will be f inverse y is equal to y minus 4. This will be inverse of the function. I hope you understand, friends. Let's see once again. We have to say that a function is from r tends to r plus tends to closed interval r to infinite. Okay, student. And it is defined by fx is equal to x square plus 4. Then so that our function is invertible function. Okay, student. So function is invertible function. So you know that if the inverse exists, then we can say that function is invertible. Okay, and any function may be invertible only when it is bijective function. Okay, if it is bijective function, it means that function is our 1 1 and 1 2. Okay, so let's check for 1 1 function. Let x1 x2 belong to domain. So f x1 is equal to f x2. Okay, student, we can write our x1 square plus 4 is equal to x2 square plus 4. So x1 square is equal to x2 square. So from here we are getting x1 is equal to x2. Now we can say that our function is 1 1 function. Okay. Now we have to check the function is onto or not. So we are suppose that let y any element belong to its codomain, then y is equal to fx. Okay, student. So fx is x square plus 4. From here we are saying that our x is equal to under root y minus 4. Okay, student. So for all y belong to codomain, there exists an x belong to domain. That is, all element of codomain has a 3 in its domain. So our function is onto function. Okay, student. So this implies function is bijective. Hence we can say that f inverse exists and function is our invertible function. Okay. I hope you understand, students. Now we take another question. Let's see. Our next question is, student, let capital N denote the set of all natural numbers and capital R be the relation on n cross n. Okay, and defined by relation AB related to CD is defined by this is AD B plus C is equal to BC A plus D. Okay, student, this relation AB related to CD is defined by this. Then we have to show that our relation is equivalence relation. Okay, student, so you know that it is very clear that if a function is equivalence relation, then it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. If these satisfy all these three properties, then we can say that our relation is an equivalence relation. Okay, student, so we will one by one prove this, that this is reflexive, symmetry and transitive. Then we can say that our relation is equivalence relation. Okay, student, so first of all we will take reflexivity. So we let A, B belong to N. So we can say that, student, if we are writing A plus B, this will be equal to B plus A. Okay, for natural number. And if we are writing AB, which is equal to BA. Okay, so when we combine these two, we get AB, A plus B is equal to BA, B plus A, student. Okay. Okay, student. So either we can say that this is our B and this is A and this is A and this is B. So we can say that this B plus A and here A plus B. Now look the relationship AD and BC. So AD and BC. So we write what we write, student? This A, be related to AB. Okay, so we write AB related to AB, and then we can say that our R is reflexive. Okay, student. So we can say that our R is, now we are seeing that symmetry. Okay, student. For symmetry, let AB related to CD. Okay, student. This is for R. AB belong to N. Okay. This is also for R. AB belong to N. This is also for R. AB belong to N. Now let AB belong to CD. AB related to CD, so we can write AD B plus C is equal to BC A plus D. Okay, so we have to prove that CD, so we write first this part here. Okay, so we write BC A plus D, and this is AD B plus C. Okay, so we write CD and here D plus A, and this is DA and C plus B. Okay, student. Now this we can write AB is equal to CD, so we write AD and then B plus C. So this C CD related to A B. Okay, student. So we can say that our R is symmetric. Now third part is transitive. Transitive. Okay, student. So for transitivity, we take let AB related to CD and CD related to EF. Okay, student. So like here AD B plus C is equal to BC A plus D, and this CF T plus E is equal to CF D plus E is equal to DE C plus F. Okay, so now we write this B plus C by BC and A plus D by AD, and this is, we can write D plus E by DE and C plus F by CF. Okay, now separate this, we get 1 by C, 1 by B is equal to 1 by D plus 1 by A, and here is going to write 1 by E plus 1 by D is equal to 1 by F plus 1 by C. Now we will add this left and left side, 1 by C plus 1 by D plus 1 by E plus 1 by D, 1 by D plus 1 by A, 1 by F plus 1 by C. Okay, student. So we are seeing that 1 by C and C cancel, and this is D plus 1 by A. Okay, so we are seeing that this D and D also cancel. We are getting from here 1 by B plus 1 by E is equal to 1 by A plus 1 by F. Student. Now we write, student, this B plus E by BE and A plus F by AF. Now to cross multiplication, we write B E AF is equal to B A plus F. Okay, student. This is we are getting. Okay, and now we write this, and this will be A plus F is equal to A of P plus E, and this implies we can say that AB related to EF. Okay, student. So AB related to EF. So R is transitive. From here we can say that our R is transitive and our R is reflexive, symmetry, transitive. Then we can say that our R is an equivalence relation. I hope you understand, student. Let's see once again. We have to given that AB related to CD family is defined as AD will B plus C is equal to BC A plus T. Okay. So first of all, we are going to prove that reflexive, because for proving an equivalence relation, it is must show that it is reflexive, symmetry, and transitive. Okay. So first we are going to prove reflexivity. So let our AB belong to N. So we can write if B plus A is equal to A plus B for R, AB belong to N, and AB is equal to B for R, AB belong to N. Now AB and the bracket B plus A is equal to, we are writing these two. After combining these two, we get like this. And so we can write that this is AB related to AB. So AB related to AB means R is reflexive. Now symmetry, we are taking AB related to CD, student. So we can write AB and B plus C is equal to BC A plus D. Okay. Now we are writing this part here and this part here and changing this CD and D plus A, DA and C plus B. Now we are saying that this CD is related to AB. So our R is symmetric because we have taken AB related to CD, seeing that CD related to AB. So R is symmetric. Now we are taking AB related to CD and CD related to EF. Then we have to show that AB related to EF. Okay, student. So we write AB related to CD. It means that AD B plus C is equal to BC A plus D, and this CF B plus C is equal to DE C plus F. This implies B plus C by BC is equal to A plus D by AD, and this B plus E by D is equal to C plus F by CF. Now separating these two, we get 1 by C plus 1 by D by D plus 1 by A, 1 by E plus 1 by D, and 1 by F plus 1 by C. And this is C and C cancel, D and D cancel. So 1 by B plus 1 by E is equal to 1 by A plus 1 by F. Now solving these two, we get AF B plus C, B A plus F. We write this here, and get AB related to EF. So R is transitive. So R is reflexive, symmetry, and transitive. So we can say that our R is what? R is our equivalence relation. Okay. I hope you understand, students. Now we see another question. Let's see. So next question is, let f from n tends to n defined by Fn is equal to n plus 1 by 2 if n is odd n by 2 n is even. Okay, for all n belong to n. Okay, then find whether the function is bijective or not. Okay student, so we have to check function is bijective or not. So for checking bijective, we check first this is 1 1 or 1 2 or not. Okay, so student, when we are taking that when x1 and x2 are odd, okay, then fx1 is equal to fx2. Okay student, so we write x1 plus 1 by 2, x2 plus 1 by 2, and this is cancelled, so x1 plus 1. So we are seeing that x1 is equal to x2. Okay student, when x1 and x2 are even, so you can say that student x1 by, so we write fx1 is equal to fx2. In this case also we can write student x1 by 2 and x2 by 2. So x1 is equal to x2. Now when x1 is odd and x2 is even, so student our x1 is not equal to x2, because if we are taking odd and x2 we are taking even, we cannot get our fx1 is fx1 is equal to fx2, because suppose we are taking an example in this case, then this is, suppose we are taking x1 is odd, which is 3, and x2 is even, which is 4, then our fx1 is what? 4 by 2, that is 2, and fx2 is 4 by 2, that is 2. So we are seeing that our fx1 is equal to fx2. So in this way we can say that our function is not 1 1. Okay student, so if our function is not 1 1, then we have no need to check its onto. Okay, on the basis of this we can say that the function is not bijective, because when we are taking both are odd element, then we are seeing that this fx1 is equal to fx2 and this x1 is equal to x2. In this case it was possible when x1 and x2 are even, then we are getting x1 by 2, x2 by 2, x1 is equal to x2. In this case also it was possible, but when we are taking x1 is odd and x2 is even, then we are seeing that our x1 is not equal to x2. So, and we are saying that our fx1 is equal to fx2. So it is not our 1 1 function. Okay, because the images are same, and you know for 1 1 function the distinct image element have distinct image. It is the definition of the 1 1 function. So when x1 is 3, our fx1 is 2, x2 is 4, and our fx2 is 2, we are getting the same element. So our function is not 1 1. Either if we are taking x1 is even and x2 is odd, then also this same condition will apply and our function is not 1 1. Okay, I hope you understand students. Now we take another question and let's solve it. Our next question is student, let f from R tends to R and G from R tends to R given by fx is equal to fx is equal to 3x plus 1 and gx is equal to x square plus 2. Okay, student. Then find fog of 2. Okay, student. So far, find out fog of 2. First of all, we will find our fog of x, and this can be written as f of gx, and f of our gx is x square plus 2, student. Okay. So our fog can be written as f of gx, and the gx is, we have to do an x square plus 2, so we have replaced this. Now this is our x, and fx is 3 x square plus 2 plus 1. Okay, so this can be done as 3x square plus 6 plus 1. So 3x square plus 7 is fog of x. Okay, student, and what we have to find out? We have to find out fog of 2. So at x is 2, so 3 2 whole square plus 7. So we can write 4 is 12 plus 7, which is equal to 90. Okay, students, I hope you understand. Now we take another question and solve it. The next question is, if f from R tends to R given by fx is 3 minus x cubed to the whole power 1 by 3, then find f of fx. Okay, student, this is we have to find out. Okay, so let 3 minus x cubed whole to the power 1 by 3. So student, this we can write fx, which is 3 minus x cubed to the whole power 1 by 3. Okay, student. Now this is act as a x, so we write. So this is fx. So this is 3 minus and x cubed we write. We have to write x cubed. So x is 3 minus this is x. This is totally x, and it's cube and square and the whole cube. Okay, so we write this part will be cancelled. We write 3 minus x cube to the whole power 1 by 3, and this is 3 minus 3 plus x cube. So this is 1 by 3 and this is cancelled. Okay, student. So this is x cube to the whole power 1 by 3, and this is cancelled, and this f of x is equal to our x. I hope you understand. Let's say this is our fx. Now we have to find out f of fx. So f of fx is 3 minus x cube to the whole power 1 by 3, because this is fx, and now this is 3 tag, this part is x, so x is here, so this can be written as fx. Okay, so we write 3 minus x cube to the whole power 1 by 3. Okay, so this part will be cancelled, and this 3 and 3 will cancel from here, and this 3 and 3, and we get our result, which is x. I hope you understand, students. So thank you so much for today.